Hi, welcome to the last section, Real-Life Reactive Application. Time to put everything we learned into practice. In this section, we are going to create a Java RESTful web service application. For that, we are going to use RxJava2, Jersey, Spring, and 3 other libraries. We will start introducing some frameworks we are going to use, Jersey and Spring. We will spend some time setting up our project with a simple hello world. Then we start building the application, making some calls to an external API with RxJava2. Then we will reply back to the client with the response of the request. To finish, we will cover our code with some unit tests, focusing on testing RxJava. The first video of this section is called Introducing Spring and Jersey. In this video, we are going to introduce the project we are going to work on during this section, cover the basics about RESTful web services and the frameworks we are going to use, Spring and Jersey. Let's kick off. Before starting with the introduction of the Spring and Jersey, I would like to talk about what we are going to achieve in this section. We assume that you have a basic understanding of RESTful web services from now on. We are going to build an exchange rate RESTful web service, and it's going to offer two functionalities. The first one is rates. You can ask for the specific rate of two currencies. For example, what's the actual rate of the euro against the US dollars? We will make a GET request to our server using that endpoint. We'll send the actual rate back in the response. The second functionality is to decide whether a rate is stronger now than its value from the last month. Is the euro stronger than 1 month ago? For that, we will use another GET request to that endpoint, and we will send a boolean back. We are going to use an external API to get the rates of the currencies. We are going to use fixer.io, which is free and doesn't require user authentication. You can get more information on its website. You can find the code of the application at that URL, so you can follow it easily. It's been tagged at different points of development. If you open the website, you can find the tags under the releases section. It's next to commits and branches. There you can see 5 different versions that cover all the content of the section. You can download the code associated to each tag to follow the content through the section. Sounds exciting, isn't it? Let's introduce now some terms we are going to use a lot during this section. Our goal for this section is to create a Java web application. For that, we are going to use JAX-RS, which stands for Java API for RESTful Web Services. The definition from Wikipedia is that JAX-RS is a Java programming language API spec that provides support in creating web services according to the representational state transfer (REST) architectural pattern. It uses annotations to simplify the development and deployment of web service clients and endpoints. Annotations such as @path, which specifies the relative path to a source class or method, @get, @put, etc., specify the HTTP request type of a resource. As the RESTful web service framework, we are going to use Jersey. Jersey is an open source framework for development RESTful web services in Java. It provides support for JAX-RS APIs. It consists of different components such as core server for building RESTful services based on annotation. Core client helps you communicating with REST services. It also provides JSON support. In our project, we are just going to use the core server functionality. Probably you've heard of Spring as well. It's massively used in Java applications. The Spring framework is an application framework and inversion of control container for the Java platform. It's also open source, and its core features can be used by any Java application. Although there are extensions for building web applications, we are not going to use those. We are going to use it for dependency injection. Potentially, you could use it as well for authentication and authorization, data access, model view controller patterns, remote management, etc. This is the end of the video. I guess you already knew about these frameworks, But for those who don't, we've introduced a JAX-RS, Jersey, and Spring.